What is up, guys? Before I start the video, this hat confused you for a second, right? Yeah, it was the Sharks opening night, so what better way to represent both teams, right? Warriors play tonight and the Sharks, so maybe I'll wear this some more. But yeah, besides that, the Warriors didn't really play the greatest game. However, Steph Curry proved he's just totally dominant. 35 points for Curry. There were points in this game. Well, the Warriors played the Nuggets in Denver, just to give you some background information. The Warriors lost this game by a final score of 114 to 104. Curry had 35 points in 37 minutes. Wiggins had 16 points in 36 minutes. Draymond Green 1 point in 25 minutes. And I know people are saying, like, yeah, Draymond Green, like, give him time. And, we don't have time. Like, I used to like Draymond a lot, and I still think he's a good guy. He's a good player. But, like, seriously, though, like, he's been lackluster in the past pretty much every game he's played. Wiseman had 18 points, which was phenomenal. He had a really nice dunk out there, if you saw it on the highlights. Oubre with 14, but Oubre did miss a lot of shots. Pascal with 8. And the bench basically had just little to no points. For the Denver Nuggets, Paul Millsap had 12, Bol with 4. Jokic with 23, he was the leading scorer. He's pretty much their best player. Jamal Murray with 17, Will Barton with 17, Monte Morris with 11, Jermichael Green with 15, PJ Dozier with 10. And the Warriors, they moved to 6-6, which really, God, weren't they 6 and they were 6-4 2 days ago, or 2 games ago. And I checked the power rankings, and they were like number 5 on the power rankings. Now, I bet they're probably at least number like 15 now, because the way they played these last 2 games is totally sloppy. Like, they should have beat Indiana. That game was just an atrocity at the end. If you saw my recap for it, you know that they lost pretty much in the final minutes. That's the common theme with the Warriors. The difference in this game was they were pretty much dominated by the Nuggets the whole game. I mean, they outscored them in the second and fourth quarters, but only by 2 and 4. They were outscored by 13 in the first quarter, so they really got the ball rolling. For Denver, the momentum was on their side. I mean, being up by 13 after the first, they would have been up by 11 after the second. They would have been up by 14 after the third. So they pretty much a whole, the whole time the Warriors were, out of contention. Like I said, it was close at sometimes, but it was closer. But the Nuggets are a good team. We beat them in the preseason, and I thought, because a lot of people say the preseason doesn't matter, but in the NBA it does, because you have a very small roster, so it doesn't really change anything that much. We beat them in the preseason, but I don't know. It wasn't a good game. We'll move on to the next one. And a 10-point deficit can seem like a lot, but it really, in the grand scheme of things, wasn't, because the Nuggets had situations where they were on runs. The Warriors will play the Lakers next Monday as their next game. That's going to be a challenge. I don't see us winning that, especially with the way they've been playing lately. Both teams. Warriors are now 9th place in the Western Conference, so a big jump these last 2 days. And they'll play the Lakers, and then followed by the Spurs, and then the Knicks. So we'll see what happens. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Go check out my Sharks recap as the season just started. And thank you guys so much for watching this video. Go Warriors and go Sharks.